Yo, what it do, 2K fans? It's your boy JuKIng the Boss, and I'm back at it again. I told y'all that I had recently hit 94, and I was going to put together footage and video for y'all. Now, I hadn't played Park with my boy PJ in probably about 3-4 months. When he and I usually get together, we run through Pro-Am, but he and I hadn't played the game together in general in a good month. So, you know, he had hit me up, said, man, I'm trying to run. You know, we ain't played together in a minute. So I said, you know what? I'm all for it. Hey, bro, I'm trying to play the Park. And he looked and he kind of talked to me like, man, Park, man, when do we play Park, man? I was like, bro, I've been gone. I done got back into the Park, man. I done found ways to have fun, man. Come on out here and get some of this work with me. And that's what he did, man. We went out there, we had fun. We played twos because we couldn't get a 3v3 game going. We didn't have a third, and then every time we would get a third, a squad would beat us to the spots. So, you know, it was one of those things where it started to demoralize us a little bit. So, you know, we jumped into games of twos, and we got a 16-game win streak going. And during that win streak, it dawned on me that there are some things that I don't feel I touched up on when it came down to my 2K19 wish list. So this is going to be the first of a series of videos where I break down game mode by game mode. This one we're going to focus on the playground. 5 ways that you can improve the playground in NBA 2K. Now, first of all, it's going to be out of order. There's no real importance order to me, but if, you know, I'll let you know which one I feel would benefit me the best or that I like the most, but I'm not going to really spit them in order. So first thing I want to go with is main menu matchmaking. Now, a couple years ago, you remember that from the main menu, you can go straight to the park, you choosing your character and going straight to the park. And I want to see something like that kind of sort of come back, but instead of going straight to the park from the main menu, allow me to just kind of like group up with my boys and then do a matchmaking session. Like, matchmaking isn't something that needs to be done within my career as a focus, but adding it into my career aspect, seeing as you made it a more social environment, would be beneficial. But the easiest way to do it is from the main menu, just add a button or add a subset of menus that allow me to group up with my team and do a matchmaking session of park play to make it a little easier, especially for those who literally want to go and play something more competitive. That would give them the option to and the environment to do that in. Now, when it comes down to adding main menu matchmaking at the playground in my career, you know, I can see them doing it. I wouldn't be against it. It'd be actually a pretty good feature to add, just in case if I end up I'm playing a couple games of my career and then I want to jump into the park, but I want to get a session going right away. So by adding that main menu matchmaking and everything, you don't get rid of the creativity of the community, because you got people who do a lot of streaming and a lot of recording videos of 2K, and I would still be engaging in the social space of it. But for those who literally just want to go in, they're just playing the game because they want to get some wins and this, that, and the other, main menu matchmaking can cut down on time and allow people to play more games. Sometimes I get some time in before I go to work, but I don't get a lot of time to get too many games going. But I be trying to get me 3-4 games going, and sometimes you can't even get one going. And I could be like, I got to leave out in like an hour, and it takes 40 minutes to get a game going, and so I can only play that one game. It's disappointing to get something going like that. So main menu matchmaking would help to alleviate and release some of the stress from having to try to find people to squad up with. They did matchmaking for the special events, so it'd be good to see them add that into the park next year. Now, another thing is park tourneys. Now, I did touch up on this in my 2K19 wishlist video, but park tournaments would be great, a way to engage your community and just get them to have some fun and meet new people. I meet a lot of people playing in the park. I met a few people playing Pro-Am, but I meet more people playing in the park because at the end of the day, they're at the park having fun. I'm at the park having fun. We get together, get a little jive, trash talking going, and that would allow us to have so much fun, and then we link up later on to play a little bit more and this, that, and the other. So adding the park tournaments would be perfect. Now, another thing is court chat. Now, I know people have been talking about proximity chat, and you know, you can get it done. It has some flaws, but my main thing is court chat, being able to talk to the people that you're playing against as well as your teammates. Now, I understand why you want to segregate the the teams from being able to communicate with one another. But at the end of the day, for the creators specifically, it allows for the creation of much better content, a lot more engaging content, because the level of trash talking would be at a whole new high. I understand you want to cut down on people swearing, you want to make this game very user friendly, E for everyone and all that kind of good stuff. It is supposed to be based on the sport of basketball, so you want to pull in as many people as possible. But at the end of the day, we got the systems that are set up in place that allows people who don't want to communicate with others to be able to go without communicating with others and just mute people that they feel are being disrespectful or demeaning, or reporting people that they really feel are toxic to the game and things like that. I get more messages and texts on the Xbox than I do on the mic about somebody being toxic and all that kind of stuff. So it'd be good to have court chat. It allows for a more engaging aspect. Sometimes you want to hear how a person responded to you breaking their ankles, or sometimes that person might want to hear how you respond to them dunking on you, or vice versa, or you getting a dunk off on them. Like, that little bit of communication will engage everybody to want to continue to play. So like if I break a person down and then dunk on his mans, I want to kind of hear what they say, because at the end of the day, that's going to have me laughing, and that's going to keep me playing, because I know I'm getting to people just like that, and they're getting to me just like that. They want to hear me respond to when they dunk on me or they break me down so hard that my man go flying off the court, trying to catch his balance and catch his soul. So I want to see things like that happen, and that would engage the community in the best way possible. Now, the next one is better squad mechanics. Now, this one's a little bit tricky, but you're going to understand exactly what I mean by it, and I know that a lot of you would love to see this. Now, if I play a game at the park with randoms, okay, and they're bad passes that are being thrown, bad oops being thrown and everything like that, I can understand that. But when you play with specific people, and this is me comparing reality and in-game fiction to one another a little bit. Now, when it comes down to it, if I'm playing with my boy, if me and him, we go to the court all the time and we're playing together, we get a whole lot better chemistry as a team, because we know our tendencies, we know how each other's players are going to play. So I would love to see that come to the game itself, come to the park, come to any game mode in general, for real. But in the park, I would love to see things like that happen more so often than not. If me and my boy PJ have a tendency of playing so many games together, then when he throw me a oops, I said a oops, yep, because that's what happens now when you throw oop. You throw oops, because you oops missed it when he threw it up. So if he throws an oop to me, like, my man should have a better chance of going up and getting that. It's not to say that if we never played together, then my man has no chance of going up to get it. But it's just saying that because we've played together so much, it's kind of like your shot. The more consistent you shoot with it, the more better your release should be. And so I look at the same way when it comes down to teammate chemistry. You look at some of these players and how they throw passes in areas that you wouldn't even risk throwing a pass to, because the chemistry between that person and that teammate has made it so they can easily fit those passes in, and they throw it with confidence. So I would love to see things like that happen, because that would cut down on turnovers that really are literally caused by the game. It's not caused because you made a bad pass. It's not caused because you held the ball too long, or you don't have the skill to pass the ball or make even a basic pass. It's literally going to get you at that point where it's like, all right, bet. Now we're playing a whole lot more creative. Now we're playing like a squad. Then you'll get more people wanting to get people that they play with, squad up with people. You'll get more teams. I understand you want more randoms to play with one another, but you don't have a gameplay setup that's built toward randoms even teaming up. So let's kind of find a way to get it, so that way randoms can team up and become friends. Randoms can team up and then say, you know what, I want to play with this guy more often because he plays well. If we can get our squad mechanics better, we're gonna enjoy playing together, and we're gonna get rewarded for playing together. And speaking of rewards, one of my last things is better park rewards for streaks, streak breakers, overall squad team ups, things like that. So let's say you're playing with somebody now Take-Two publishes a lot of games. They own a lot of companies. One of those companies is Rockstar. They are They are part of the Rockstar. Well, Rockstar is a part of the Take-Two family. And so in GTA, when you load up into a game and you go into online and one of your friends is online, it tells you in game. So we know that they have the skill to put mechanics in play that says, hey, you're playing a game with a friend of yours. So why not reward a person because they're playing with a friend of theirs? Why not reward a person because they are playing with a squad? You don't even have to literally create an in-game clan in order for that to happen. You can literally just say, hey, you know, an extra reward for playing as a squad, an extra reward for playing with a friend. You know, like these little things get me to say, hey, I want to get somebody else that I know that like to play games like this to play. Because at the end of the day, you want more people buying the game. You want more people in your game. You want to put your game at the top of the forefront of the community. So by rewarding people for playing together as a unit, as a squad, as a team, as friends, you know, you get more people wanting to bring more friends in. Another thing is better park rewards for streaks. Let's say I go on a 5-game win streak. You know, I shouldn't just still be getting the same 200 VC. Let's add a multiplier of 1.25. Okay, let's take out the factor that you get a 2 times multiplier if you're at 95, but let's add a multiplier of 1.25. Okay, so now instead of getting 200, I'm getting 250. So now when you get to 10 wins, let's add that multiplier as 1.5, and then so forth. If you get to 20 wins, 1.75, 30 wins, 2 times multiplier, giving people a reason to be more competitive in the game, giving people a reason to play more competitive basketball. You know, at the end of the day, these are just some improvements I feel could make playing in the park a lot more enjoyable, a lot more user friendly, and will pull more people in. You know, now in the next video I'm gonna do is gonna cover Pro-Am, and then I'm gonna do my career. But I'm hoping you all enjoyed the content. I got more coming for you, and I'll see you guys on the next video. Peace.